Welcome to the Hard Rock Artist Lounge at Audacy Beach Festival. Hi, I'm Ashley O, and this is Muse. First of all.
Hello. How's it going?
Good. How are you guys?
Doing great. Yeah,
Doing good, thanks.
Happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
Happy almost birthday.
Yeah, it's my birthday in a couple of days. It was Chris's yesterday.
Happy unbirthday.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Matt in 6
me about
months.
Yeah. What'd you get for them? Like, do you throw joint birthday
yeah.
parties now?
Yeah. What do you want for Christmas? I mean, sorry, your birthday. What do you want?
Oh, joint presents.
I was going to get you a piece of art,
Yeah.
actually, but it was too expensive. I was at Art Basel just now, and I was Dom's a big art fan, do you know what I mean? So I was trying to pick him out some kind of cool... What's that artist you like?
Mark Ryden painting
Yeah,
or something.
like,
Just
a cool
cool few
250K.
hundred.
Yeah, right. Nice, yeah. Maybe next year.
It's clear
just a
that you...
sketch.
There's
Just
no
a
big
pencil sketch.
birthdays this year. It's, we've all done the 40th.
Is that the
the
really
next,
last
the next
big
one's
birthday?
a few years away, yeah, isn't it?
Yeah, I think we're officially at that age now where you sort of forget your age on purpose, you know? It's like you kind of, like 40, 41, something, I don't know, I can't remember.
It's like you just want to do a 10-year anniversary of your birth moving forward.
Exactly.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's clear you guys are art fans. Actually, one of my favorite things you do is repost fan art a lot. Who was the brainchild behind doing that? Or is it just something you guys are all passionate about and it was natural to share?
Yeah, I think we all do that. I think it's amazing when you see a fan take the time to do like an amazing painting or drawing or something. And the craziest one is when they do tattoos, because you always feel like, oh my God, like, what are they thinking? But at the same time, it's a huge compliment. So I feel like we must post that stuff and like let people know that we appreciate it.
What's the craziest fan tattoo you've seen?
I'd say a lot of them, like, they ask you to sign their arm, and then they turn up at the gig the next day and they've had the scribble tattooed on, so you have to be like careful how you do that, because you know that's going to be on there for life. Yeah, I kind of tell people frequently not to do that, because I mean my signature's awful. It's just like it looks like a child's done it.
I saw my face on someone's leg. That was pretty weird.
Yeah, how do you react to that in the
Fire
moment?
down there, yeah, just
do you
like...
just picture by it and picture a nice little selfie?
Exactly. Yeah, I should have. Well, maybe not been appropriate this day and age, but yeah.
Well, you guys are on a roll right now. Let's talk Grammys. Big nomination coming up. This would be your third Grammy. The question, what are you wearing? Do you already know?
Oh, are we going? I don't know.
Some clothes, hopefully.
I always wonder
wearing?
what the process is behind plotting that out, because you guys you have great fashion sense, great
Come
style.
on, how could you say that right now?
You just
I'm
came from
feeling
Art
pretty-
Basel. You're Baseled. The socks in the sand might not be the smartest move today, but we'll learn that lesson later, I suppose.
Yeah.
I got no idea what we might.
I'll be wearing something
potentially
by
wearing.
what's he called? Heidi Slimane. You know that guy? He's a great clothing designer. I had dinner with him the other day. He's a lovely guy, and he's like way cooler than me when it comes to clothing. So I'll just say, give me something to wear, and he'll do it. Yeah.
Oh, I like that. I wish that was an everyday option. Just please dress me. You guys will be celebrating the new album. It is The Will of the People. And what I love is it is a collection of your greatest hits of songs never released. Am I getting
that was
that
kind
right?
of the idea, yeah. We reached a point in our record deal where we were supposed to do a greatest hits, and we said, oh, can we just delay that for a little bit, and we'll make up for it by making an album that sounds like a greatest hits. So that was kind of the idea that we took, So it's kind of like every song's like a little bit of a kind of a revisit of something we've done before, but we tried to update it a bit,
It's a very rock and roll, like, I'll give you your greatest hits of all time album. Here's all new songs.
Yeah.
It's as if you guys tried to create a greatest hits album. I think maybe that's where the Halloween song comes from. Like, did you think every greatest hits album has a holiday song? What would a Muse holiday song be?
I mean, Christmas wasn't a good sit with us. Every band has a Christmas song, or every artist tends to, and like we're just a bit too moody for that. A bit too miserable.
I'd say someone's got to do it though. I mean,
Halloween.
Emo
Halloween
Christmas
was-
has to exist.
there
Halloween was
hasn't
wide
been a
open.
great
Yeah.
rock Christmas song for a long time. I don't think.
Okay, maybe we'll do that
I
next
think
time.
I think we need to go there one day.
But it seems like Halloween was wide open. Like why is Halloween song not a big thing? Like I feel like everyone should do a Halloween song.
And Thanksgiving also. Like
Now you're
somebody
talking.
shine a light on the
Yeah.
turkey for crying out loud. Maybe that's what it is, a collection of Thanksgiving songs
yeah.
from Muse. That's what we're going to go. There is something very unusual on the album, Ghosts. It's like just you, but it wouldn't be on the album without the push of you two. I think that's very Muse-esque. Can you tell us a little bit about how the ballad came to be?
Yeah, Dom, why did you want to put that on the album?
It's beautiful. It really
well, I
is.
mean, out of all the tracks we had, there was one song where obviously it was just Matt playing the piano. That was always what it was going to be. And I just thought, in the context of the album, it sat in a really good place. It added a great dynamic to the album in itself. So I thought, rather than just blasting out some other big rock track, you know, bringing the kind of the vibe down a little bit and having something a bit more kind of personal and mellow would be a nice touch to the album. So it's cool.
Well, and it's a compilation. Like that's kind of what I think the theme ended up
Yeah, exactly.
being in the
So
end.
like we never really had like many songs that you could call like a ballad or something. So we thought like we've got to do it. If it's going to be a greatest of, you know, it should have one of those on. Yeah.
Did I read somewhere that you had it sitting around though? There was something about this song that had already been pinned or some melody already kind of in your head for a while?
Like the piano-y part I'd had around for like a few years, but I never wrote a vocal for it until this album. Yeah.
That must be something that happens often, like quick ideas and then you write them down. Have you ever revisited an idea and thought, well, that was weird?
I found out we accidentally revisited an idea on this album. I can't say the song name. It's We Are Effing Effed. We have a song called that on the album.
Beep, beep, beep.
And I didn't even realize, but some fan posted on Instagram from 2006 or something ridiculous, us playing that verse riff just for like a second.
The Psycho was that as well. I mean, Psycho was.
Yeah, so there's old riffs that
ancient.
like
Riff.
exactly. Yeah, Psycho was like mid-90s
Yeah.
or something, and then like it appears on an album in 2016. So there's all sorts of weird forgotten riffs that just appear like many years later.
That has to be fun to go back and see. I mean, it must be a box for inspiration too when you're feeling a little like, where are we going to go? What are we going to do? We need direction with something. Do you find yourself going back to all these old places?
Dig around the bucket of old
Dig
riffs.
around, yeah.
I mean, well,
Well, no, what's interesting is sometimes you do an idea and it's like it doesn't feel right, it feels completely wrong. But then obviously people's tastes change and music changes, and then suddenly, oh, it actually fits now. You know, so there's probably a bunch of stuff now from like the late 90s or even early 2000s that we've forgotten about. You know, like old B-sides that never made it that are probably quite cool now. You know, you never know.
Well, and you're a thoughtful band. It is about how it places. It's also about how it looks. I mean, obviously, we just talked about how you're into art. Your staging is incredible, whether it's some big alien coming at you or tiny little pieces of confetti shaped like your silhouette being rained down from cannons. I mean, how involved are you guys when it comes to the staging and the setup?
A great deal, yeah. We always have been. I think, you know, it's. I don't know.
Yes, we do.
Yes,
we get
do
very
a lot.
involved.
Yeah, I think we started getting into bigger venues like many years ago, and we're like, how are we going to, you know, not just like look like three dicks on stage? So we kind of started getting into like the creativity of trying to put on a production and make it more of a show and something that's a bit more theatrical. And I think that the theatrics are something that we've just been kind of evolving and growing over time. Like the last tour, big tour we did on the last album, we had like 12 performers with us on stage doing various things as well. So really up the theatrics. But yeah, it's just a great way to, you know, add another layer of creativity to the band.
Even the merch, even the merch, super cool this time around. Lots of art, lots of color, tape decks. I mean, I don't know where we'll play them, but I think that they are really very cool.
It's just a collector's piece.
Just a little bit, just a little bit. It's definitely something
You
to
can still
look at,
find
though.
them. I think it's people that play cassettes. I
I bought a
they're
CD
coming back.
player the other day.
Oof.
Yeah, weird.
Why?
It hurts.
That's weird.
Because I found all my old CDs from when I was way younger. And I was like, you know what? I do actually want to listen to some of these because I think some of them are so obsolete, you can't really find them digitally anymore. So I actually bought a CD player. So I'm slowly working my way through a load of old junk.
Wait, what was the first CD you played?
Oh, God. I can't remember now. Don't know. Can't remember.
Because it is like a library of
Yeah.
unreleased music almost when you look back
I don't
on
know.
them.
I think it was, I don't know what it was. I think it was some weird Aphex Twin record or something like that. But yeah.
Well, Will of the People, it is out. Check it out. Muse, thank
Please
you so
do.
much for
Thank you
sitting
very much.
down
Cool.
and
Thanks.
talking with
Thanks
us.
for
Much
having us.
appreciated.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks
Great
for
to
having
be
us.
here.
Cheers.
Yeah, man, taking the stage real soon. Hey, if you missed the performance, AudacyBeachFestival.com.